Welcome to the Concise Nethack video about skills and training in Nethack version 3.6.6. The Concise Nethack videos show you what you need to know about specific Nethack areas without wasting your time. Nethack players can get better trained with a weapon or spell as they successfully use it, but there are limits, so rather than the game just automatically improving your skills, it lets you choose which weapons and skills to spend your limited skill slots on. This means you need to learn a little bit about managing skills and training. For weapons and spells, there are 4 skill levels available: unskilled, basic, skilled, and expert. To advance a skill, you need 2 things. First, you need successful uses of that weapon or spell. That's called training. And second, you need free skill slots, and I'm going to talk about both of those. So for successful uses, a successful use of a weapon means you hit a monster for 2 damage points or more. That damage can come from wielding the weapon and hitting the monster, throwing the weapon, kicking the weapon at the monster, and maybe other ways. When you have enough successful uses of a weapon or spell, you see a message like, you feel more confident in your dagger skills. When you're unskilled with a weapon, you have a negative hit and damage bonus, so it can be hard to kill monsters. You probably want to train against weak monsters. An enchanted ring of increased accuracy helps. So that's what you need to know about successful uses. Let's talk about skill slots. You gain a skill slot each time you gain an experience level, plus 1 more when you get crowned. That means you can have a maximum of 30 skill slots in a game, and you need to use those skill slots wisely. If you train up a weapon that doesn't help you in the end game, that can be a waste of skill slots. So remember, the 4 skill levels are unskilled, basic, skilled, and expert. It takes 1 skill slot to advance from unskilled to basic skill level. It takes 2 more to advance from basic to skilled, so that's 3 total to advance from unskilled to skilled, and it takes 3 more skill slots to advance from skilled to expert, for a total of 6 skill slots to move from unskilled to expert. If that's a little confusing, check out the article on nethackwiki.org. It explains it well. So I want to show you what I'm doing here. I'm a tourist. I'm in Gnome Town. I've been wielding, well, tourists start out with no weapon at all. I've been training in dagger, and I just wished for Gray Swan Deer. Gray Swan Deer is a lawful silver saber artifact. If I press Alt-E, it shows the skills that you currently have available. All of your skills will start out as unskilled except for the skill type of the weapon that you start with. I've been using a dagger. I've worked it up to skilled. This letter here means that I could advance from skilled to expert because I have enough slots available. But I just wished for Gray Swan Deer. I got a silver saber, Gray Swan Deer. I'm unskilled at it. I would like to train with that weapon. I have been hitting monsters with it, and I've been counting the hits, the times I've hit monsters, and I've hit, I think, about 17 times. Figure maybe 15 or so of those might be for more than 1 point of damage. If I hit a few more monsters, I should be trained up enough to raise my saber skill level from unskilled to basic. So let me just move around a little bit, see if I can kill a few monsters. A quick way to do that might be to go down 1 more level here. You can see that I'm wielding my blessed silver saber named Gray Swan Deer. Let's find some monsters and hit them a few times. Okay, killed a dwarf. I didn't level up yet. Let's hit a few more. Hit it again. There we go. I have now used or done 20 successful uses of my Gray Swan Deer. That's enough training to move from unskilled to basic. So let's do that as soon as I finish this battle and this battle. All right, I'm going to press Control or Alt-E. You can see now that I have the ability not only to level up in dagger but also in saber. I'm going to press B to level up in saber. You are now more skilled in saber. You feel you could be more dangerous. I'm going to press Alt-E again, and you can see that saber is now at the basic level. If I hit a few more times with my Gray Swan Deer for a total of 80 hits, I'll be able to upgrade from Saber, or from basic to skilled in Saber. One other thing I ought to show you here, if I page down, we have some spells down here at the bottom. I could, as a tourist, I can not only train in those weapons we saw on the list, I can also train in some spells, divination, enchantment, and escape spells. It's great to be able to train a tourist in divination because he can then cast identify, light, and magic mapping, which are really helpful spells. Some things to know is it takes 20 successful uses at the unskilled level to advance to basic. It takes a total of 80 to advance to skilled, and a total of 180 successful uses to advance a weapon to expert. Beware of scrolls of amnesia because they can cause you to learn or to forget your learned skills. And another thing I should probably mention when I press Alt-E is not all roles can train well in all weapons and spells. Some roles can only train to, for example, two-handed sword, I believe a tourist can only train to basic in. Many roles can't train in spells at all. So you want to become familiar with your role that you're playing with and what skills you can train up. I recommend just playing with those weapons mostly that you can train to, skilled. Although even if you're just basic, you can do pretty well with a weapon. If you ever get granted an artifact weapon from praying, then you become even if your role cannot normally use that artifact weapon, you can train that up to basic. That's all I want to show for now. I hope you've enjoyed this Concise Nethack video about training skills and skill slots. Thank you for watching.